Hi, I'm Jeff Brown. I'm about to get in this Cybertruck and drive up to a location just a few miles from here to show you Elon Musk's revolutionary new AI product, which he believes could create more than $9 trillion in value. That's $9 trillion with a T. Now that's nearly 10 times more money than the valuations of Tesla, SpaceX, PayPal, Neuralink, and X combined. Think about that, 10 times more. That's why I call it Elon Musk's 10X project. Each of his companies already made their early investors filthy rich. For example, famous venture capitalist Peter Thiel used special stock deals to turn $1,664 into $3.8 million in just 1 year in PayPal. The valuation of SpaceX has jumped a whopping 777,677%. Private investors could have turned $1,000 into over $7.7 million. And had you invested $1,000 in Tesla on its IPO day, you could have turned that into more than $360,000. And as big as all those gains are, Elon believes this new AI product could be worth nearly 10 times more than all those companies combined. If he's right about that 10x potential, and I believe he is, his new AI product is about to make a lot of people rich. Most people still don't understand the power of this technology. And that's a shame because this new product could even put up to an extra $30,000 in your pocket every year. So in just a moment, I'm going to do a live demo here on camera because I want to show you how revolutionary this truly is. I'm also going to tell you about a little-known company that's supplying Elon with a key piece of technology that's making this new AI product possible. Now, Elon Musk is very secretive about his suppliers, but after months of research looking into public information, I finally found a company that's behind this new product. And I'm about to release details on this company. And I'm confident that anyone who gets in today will have a chance to make huge gains in 2025 and beyond. You see, Tesla magazine said this new product is so revolutionary that it could well shape the technological and economic future of our society. Motley Fool called Elon's new technology a once-in-a-generation investment opportunity and said the sky is certainly the limit. And Elon Musk predicted that it will transform everything. People will be talking about this moment in 100 years. It might be the biggest asset value appreciation in history. Just listen to that. The biggest asset value appreciation in history coming directly from the man who many consider to be the Thomas Edison of our generation. And right now, you have a rare opportunity to go along for the ride with this Elon Musk supplier, but you're going to have to act fast. You see, his team has been developing this new AI product for a decade now, and he's finally ready to go public with it. Elon said he's going to launch it in Texas and California this year. In fact, there's a conference call scheduled for around January 22nd where Elon could spill the beans and give more details about this coming launch. Elon Musk has so far been very secretive about this supplier, but if he mentions the name of this company during that call, and there's no guarantee that he will, but if he does, there's no telling how high shares could go. The cat will be out of the bag, and I'm afraid you will have missed your chance. So please stay tuned because I'm about to reveal the details on this company. Some of the biggest players on Wall Street are already getting positioned for Elon Musk's new AI revolution. I'm talking about companies like Renaissance Technologies, which is the best performing hedge fund in history. Had you invested $100 in this fund in 1988, it would have grown to more than $2.1 million by 2018. Now, that's 200 times better than Warren Buffett, who's considered by many to be the best investor ever. This fund is the real deal, and they have invested $405 million in this Elon Musk tech. Famous hedge fund manager Cathie Wood believes Elon's new product could generate $10 trillion in global revenue. Now, to put that in perspective, Walmart is the firm with the highest global sales in the world, with $600 billion in annual revenue. So she believes this new product alone will generate more than 10 times what all the Walmarts in the world generate. It is almost hard to believe, but she's so confident that she's betting $1 billion on the future of Elon's technology. That's $1 billion with a B. And she said people are missing the size of the opportunity, how quickly it's going to scale, and how profitable it's going to be. BlackRock has invested even more. And in case you don't know, BlackRock is arguably the most powerful company on Wall Street. They're so powerful that Bloomberg once called them the fourth branch of the US government. And guess where they're putting their money? They invested a whopping $37 billion. Just think about that. Do you think they would risk $37 billion if they didn't think this would be a home run? Now, I know this all sounds incredible, but I'd like to manage your expectations. I don't want you to get too excited about this opportunity because the truth is, once I get inside this Cybertruck and tell you what this new product is, you'll probably tell yourself that this is just science fiction. You'll tell yourself that this will not become a reality anytime soon. But I'm here today to show you that it is already a reality. In fact, I've been testing this technology myself for weeks now, and I'm about to give you a demo. That's why all the smart money is already coming in. They know that this is the future, and the future is here. If you blink, you're going to be left out, and you're going to miss this rare chance to get in on the ground floor of Elon Musk's $9 trillion AI revolution. So, in the next few minutes, I'll give you a demo and share all the details with you. I'll show you why this little-known Elon Musk supplier is well-positioned to profit from this opportunity. But before we get to that, I'd like to introduce myself. Hi, like I said before, my name is Jeff Brown, and I'm a former senior executive of three major public tech companies: Qualcomm, NXP Semiconductors, and Juniper Networks. Three firms that now generate more than $50 billion in annual sales. I'm also an active angel investor who's invested in hundreds of deals involving private companies, with returns as high as 5,300%, 7,300%, and even a mind-blowing 20,270%. And because of my tech expertise, I've advised senior officials of the Department of Commerce, policymakers, members of the National Institute of Standards and Technology, and the Defense Intelligence Agency. All that experience has given me the ability to see big tech trends before most people catch on. For example, in June 2015, when most people thought Bitcoin was a scam, I published this write-up on cryptocurrencies encouraging people to buy Bitcoin. Back then, it was trading for just $240. Anyone who listened to me and held on had a chance to turn $1,000 into more than $300,000. The following year, in February 2016, when almost nobody was talking about artificial intelligence, I picked Nvidia as one of my favorite stocks. Most people thought it was just a gaming company, but my research explained how it was one of the most important companies enabling artificial intelligence and machine learning. Today, it's probably the most popular stock in the world. Shares have jumped by more than 22,000%. That's enough to turn $1,000 into more than $222,000. The following year, in 2017, I picked the chip maker AMD as my favorite stock. And today, AMD is another major AI player, and anyone who listened to me and held on had a chance to turn $1,000 into $19,000. And that's really just a small snapshot of my past recommendations. For example, I also picked Palo Alto Networks, a company that's using AI in the cybersecurity space. I picked semiconductor company ASML Holdings before it skyrocketed 582%. And I picked Lam Research, another semiconductor manufacturing stock that's also up big. So as you can see, folks who held on had a chance to pocket some big returns. Now, of course, these are some of my best recommendations, but the truth of the matter is a lot of people are already getting rich from AI. And I don't want you to miss out. According to Fortune, this AI boom already helped mint 500,000 new millionaires in America. And if you're not one of those millionaires, maybe you've been watching other people get rich from the sidelines and wondering how you should get involved. That's why I decided to record this video. And if you missed all my past big AI winners like Nvidia, now you have another opportunity with Elon Musk's new technology. Now look, nobody knows more about artificial intelligence than the CEO of Nvidia, the company that's dominating the AI chip market. And he recently said, Elon's technology is really revolutionary. So please pay close attention because I'm about to get into this Cybertruck and drive just a few miles from here to show you the power of this tech. I'll show you why I believe this new AI product could not only help you make massive gains in the coming months, but it could also put an extra $30,000 in your pocket every year. I'll also discuss Elon Musk's supplier and explain how it's powering this entire project. And I really hope you have a chance to get in before Elon announces it to the entire world. Now, before I move on, I'm going to ask you again to keep an open mind because once I give you the details, you'll probably tell yourself that Elon Musk, he's just dreaming and that this will never become a reality. But think about everything that Elon Musk has already accomplished. From PayPal to Tesla to SpaceX to Neuralink, the concept behind each of those companies, it sounded like a crazy idea from someone who was probably watching too many science fiction movies like me. For example, in 1998, Elon and his partners wanted to create a way for people to send money to each other through the internet. Now, remember, those were the early days of the internet with slow dial-up connections. I mean, digital payment, it wasn't even a thing. In fact, only 41% of adults were using the internet at that time. So the idea of sending money through the internet instead of checks and money orders via the mail, it sounded like science fiction, and yet Elon, along with the other co-founders, pulled it off with PayPal. And today, PayPal allows individuals and companies to get paid in more than 25 currencies in over 200 countries. It's the highest valued digital payment platform in the world, and it has made its investors filthy rich. Now, a few years after launching what would become PayPal, Elon had another idea that sounded absolutely delusional. He wanted to launch an entirely new automaker that would compete with Ford, GM, Toyota, Mercedes, BMW, and all the auto giants that had been operating for decades. I mean, the odds of him pulling that off was so low that he later admitted that starting Tesla was idiocy squared. And yet, today, the Tesla Model Y is the best-selling car in the entire world. It's not just the best-selling electric car, the best-selling car, period. It outsells popular cars like the Toyota Corolla and the Ford F-Series. And Elon is already selling more Cybertrucks than almost all other EV trucks combined. It's the top-selling luxury vehicle in the US, leaving companies like Mercedes and Porsche behind. I mean, when you look at the market cap, Tesla has become nearly as valuable as all the next top 10 automakers combined, making its investors filthy rich in the process. Or look at SpaceX. When Elon started that company, he had zero training in rocket science. Even I knew more about aerospace engineering than he did. But he started reading books about rockets and talking to industry insiders. And because he believed he could build radically better rocket technology at a fraction of the cost. Even though he knew little about rockets, he believed SpaceX could run circles around the aerospace incumbents, including NASA. Now, doesn't that sound nuts to you? Almost no one thought he would make it. But today, SpaceX is the sole US provider for crewed missions to the International Space Station. SpaceX was also the first company to ever create a reusable rocket, a rocket that goes into orbit and returns back to Earth, not by a parachute, but by returning to the launch pad and landing vertically. Not even NASA was able to figure that out. And maybe you even saw the viral videos recently of SpaceX's latest feat. It caught the Super Heavy, the first stage booster of the Starship, 250 tons, standing 23 stories tall, after returning from space between two mechanical arms on a launch pad. It was almost unthinkable and breathtaking to watch. The bottom line, SpaceX has completely revolutionized the space industry and made its private investors filthy rich. It's the same story with Neuralink, which might be Elon's craziest idea yet. That's the company that's implanting computer chips into people's brains. I mean, just listen to what I'm saying. I know it sounds insane. In fact, just 5 years ago, the New York Times mocked Elon by saying his idea was, and I quote, science fantasy. But look at what happened with Neuralink's first patient, a man who had suffered a spinal cord injury and was paralyzed from the neck down, decided to give Elon's brain implant a try. The result? Today, he can now browse the web and play computer games whenever he wants, all with his thoughts alone. And that's just the beginning for Neuralink. The company has just developed an experimental implant aimed at restoring vision, and it has just received breakthrough device designation from the FDA. Elon Musk said this new device will enable even those who have lost both eyes and their optic nerve to see. That's right. Elon Musk is about to cure blindness too. No wonder the valuation of Neuralink is also exploding higher. It has jumped from $471 million in 2019 to about $8 billion today. That's a growth of 1,598%, and it is still just a startup. PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, in every single one of those companies, most people doubted Elon, and they all turned out to be huge successes worth billions of dollars. Now, I'm telling you all these stories because I believe it's deja vu all over again. The mainstream media is once again mocking Elon's new technology. You see, he recently gave a sneak peek to the public in an event in California, and the media wasn't impressed. Fortune called it all smoke and mirrors. The Economist said that Elon's promises are long on bombast and short on reality. And MarketWatch called it a pipe dream. Now, I don't know about you, but given Elon's track record, I think it's pretty foolish to bet against the man. Who are you going to listen to? The clueless mainstream media that has been wrong over and over and over again, or a genius who taught himself rocket science and beat NASA at its own game? He launched the most successful car company in the world and is now about to cure blindness. I think it's a no-brainer. I believe those who are doubting Elon are making a terrible mistake. And I made this video to make sure that you're not one of them. I'm about to give you more details about this Elon Musk supplier. It makes a piece of technology that will play a key role in this project. In fact, I have it right here in my pocket, and I'll show that to you in just a moment because I want to show you how to get positioned before this call in January. Elon Musk could reveal more details about this incredible opportunity on that call. I mean, he's already promised that he's launching this new tech in Texas and California in 2025. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gives us a critical update on that call. And if he mentions the name of this supplier on that call, there's no telling how high shares could go. And you'll be left out. Now, I'll also get into this Cybertruck and drive just a few miles from here to show you this 10X project. I want you to see it with your own eyes. But before we get to all that, let me tell you exactly what this technology is. Now, I'm sure you've heard about self-driving Teslas. That's nothing new. Most people have heard of or even used Tesla's autopilot software. That's an early version of its self-driving software that was designed for use on multi-lane roads with clear lane markings. Tesla's autopilot is only capable of self-driving when it has a driver at the wheel who's ready to take over within a moment's notice. Now, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm referring to a much more advanced AI. And if you don't understand what's happening and how fast this tech has been evolving, you could end up missing out on an incredible opportunity to make a ton of money. And I say that from personal experience. You see, when Elon first introduced autopilot, very few people understood Elon's vision. For example, in 2018, most people thought it was just a pipe dream that would never become a reality. The media was calling Elon Musk a fraud, and Wall Street analysts were predicting Tesla was about to crash. Virtually everyone thought shares of Tesla were overpriced because they were analyzing it as a car company. But I had a different view. You see, every other car maker buys or builds an engine and a chassis, and they fill in the rest of the details, and only then they write the software to assist in controlling the car. And I realized very early that Tesla was doing the opposite. It designed the software first, then it built a car around it. The software comes first. The hardware, the chassis, the engine, the tires, the seats, etc. They came after. This allowed the company to upgrade each car several times throughout the year, just like Apple does with its iPhones. With this ability to upgrade its software, I understood early that Tesla wasn't selling a car. It was selling a computer on wheels powered by artificial intelligence. That's why in 2018, when the media was mocking Elon and predicting that Tesla would fail, I recommended it to my readers as one of the most important AI stocks to own. And here's what I wrote. When I think about Tesla, I see one of the leading artificial intelligence companies in the world. This is the incredible part that most people don't see or understand. Tesla designed a software AI platform designed to operate cars and trucks. Now, I remember it was the most hated and controversial recommendation I had ever made to my readers. I've never received so much vitriol. People thought I had lost my mind. I remember some of my readers said that they would pass on that recommendation. Some people wrote to me saying there's no way in hell they would buy that stock. But those who listened to me and held on had a chance to turn $1,000 into up to $18,000. Those who doubted Elon made no money, and they were left with just regret. Now, if you missed out on those gains from Tesla, I do have good news. And as big as those gains were, the truth is, this technology is only now reaching its full potential. You see, for the past decade, Elon has been testing and upgrading Tesla's self-driving AI. Autopilot, it was just the first version. More than 9 billion miles have now been driven on Tesla Autopilot alone. And the early version already drives better than humans. The data doesn't lie. Humans have more than 10 times more crashes than Tesla's Autopilot. And remember, that's just the early version of the software. This entire time, the company has been collecting data to train the next generation of its AI, which is known as full self-driving, or FSD for short. So far, this new FSD software has already driven more than 2 billion miles. That's a combined 11 billion miles of real-world data. And that's the key here. You see, every AI system feeds on the data. The more data it gets, the better the AI becomes. Tesla has collected more driver data than any other competing autonomous car platform. And that's why Elon Musk said, we have the best real-world AI software. Tesla is ahead of Google, Meta, OpenAI. Its operating system is head and shoulders above what any other company has. I mean, no one is close, and it's getting better with each passing month, if not passing week. In other words, the entire time the company has been working towards achieving full autonomy. That's the goal, plain and simple. I'm talking about cars that drive themselves without any driver assistance. Now, I know most people still think that that's many years away, and that's why recently Elon Musk had an event in California where he revealed his robotaxi for the first time ever. It's a fully autonomous car with no mirrors, no pedals, and no steering wheel. So you're relying 100% on the AI to control the car. Now, I know, again, most people still think that's a pipe dream, and that technology won't be ready anytime soon. but that couldn't be farther from the truth. You see, just recently, Tesla pushed out a new update for its self-driving software. It's called FSD version 12.5.52. And I believe it's a game changer. And it could soon put an extra $30,000 in your pocket every year. Now, before I explain exactly how, I'll get inside this Cybertruck and give you a demo right now. Let's see what happens. You can see I've got my glasses on right here that are completely blacked out. And I'm going to put them on and put my hands behind my back as we go for the ride. I've been using Tesla self-driving software for years, and I've been tracking each release of the software, all the technological advancement, and nearly every day, my Tesla, which is a Model Y, drives me around, and I rarely ever have to touch the steering wheel now. The technology has become so good that I'm very comfortable not having to worry about going from point to point. And as you can see right now, my hands are behind my back and I can't see the road at all. So obviously I'm very confident in how well the full self-driving software is performing. The Tesla's optimized to switch lanes automatically. The turn signal comes on automatically. If you look at the Cybertruck, there's not even a stalk coming out for your turn signals left and right. It just automatically gets into the best lane, the most optimal lane for driving. It's signaling again. We're about to get off the freeway here. This version of software is also unique because it provides for wearing sunglasses. Now, I actually have blacked out sunglasses with paper. I can't see a thing when I wear these, but it just pays attention to what's in front of me. And right now, just before I put on the glasses, there was actually a garbage truck sitting right in front of us, and it navigated across the double yellow lines around the garbage truck. I could feel the car, the Cybertruck, moving, and it safely navigated around that garbage truck. And that means for individuals, if you have a Tesla, you can press a button on your smartphone on your Tesla app, and you can tell your Tesla to go to work for you. So when it's not in use, while you're at work, the Tesla can go out, give rides, generate income, and come back to work when it's ready to take you home. The significance of this is incredible. Why? Because the amount of money that a full self-driving Tesla can generate on a daily, monthly basis is more than enough to cover the a lease payment or an automotive loan payment for people to buy a Tesla. So essentially, once you have a Tesla, it can pay for itself by using this autonomous software. This is a radical change in what public transportation will look like as a result of this autonomous technology, and there's no other company on earth that's anywhere near close to having completely unsupervised, fully autonomous software. As you can see, the technology is ready for prime time. Look, the only reason you're not seeing Teslas driving around without a driver is because of current regulations. Elon Musk hasn't received approval from the regulatory authorities yet, but he is expecting to get approval in California and Florida in 2025 at a minimum. And that is just the beginning. He'll be setting the stage for the nationwide rollout of his robotaxi. These cars don't even have a steering wheel or pedals. By 2026, Elon expects to be producing 2 million robotaxis a year. So how exactly will the robotaxi work? Well, it'll work just like Uber, but without a driver. In fact, take a look at this image Elon shared in one of Tesla's earnings calls. This is what Tesla's robotaxi app will look like. You'll simply press a button that says summon, And a few minutes later, a robotaxi will show up to take you to your destination. While you wait for the car, you'll be able to set the car's temperature and select the music if you want. And on top of Tesla's own fleet of robotaxis, each person who owns a Tesla will be able to add their car to the shared fleet just by tapping a button on the Tesla app. That means if you own a Tesla, you'll have a chance to make an extra $30,000 a year with very little effort. Imagine this. You arrive at work in your Tesla and you get out of your car. You then press a button on that app on your phone that instructs your Tesla to join the fleet. While you're at work, your Tesla is out driving itself around, giving rides, earning money, and it returns back to your office at the end of your workday. That means your car will become an asset, literally generating income for you every day. You'll pay less than $40,000 for a Tesla, but once that car is part of the robotaxi network, Elon estimates it could generate about $30,000 in gross profit per year. Now, the Washington Post even wrote an article about it and called it the holy grail of transportation's future, and said that it could enable customers to deploy their cars as driverless robotaxis, making the owners money even when they would be typically parked in the garage. Now, make no mistake, this will be the future of transportation, and it's not years away. It's happening right now. The technology is ready, and we're only missing regulatory approval, which Elon expects to get sometime in 2025. That's why you need to act now. Now, most people still believe that this is just a pipe dream, but once the authorities approve this new technology and you start seeing Teslas without any drivers on the road, it may be too late for you to profit. In fact, Elon Musk could potentially send shares of this supplier higher as soon as this January. That's when Tesla has a conference call scheduled with Wall Street analysts. And I really hope that you act fast here, because we may never see an explosive opportunity like this ever again. You see, I predict when all is said and done, Elon will have a near monopoly on self-driving cars. And this company I'm recommending today will play a key role in making that happen. Yes, Elon Musk will have competitors just like Google has competitors. When it comes to search engines, though, nobody comes even close to competing with Google. Microsoft, they tried it with Bing, and it didn't come close. Google still controls more than 91% of global online search volume. It's so dominant that it can be considered a monopoly. Now, if you look at all the companies working on self-driving AI, nobody comes even close to Tesla. Now remember, Tesla has been developing and improving its AI tech for almost a decade now. Each Tesla car is connected to Tesla via a wireless network, and its fleet of self-driving cars is collecting driving data, images, video, performance data, etc. That's everything an AI needs to learn and get smarter every single day. It's like each car is connected to a central brain, so every time one car learns something new by driving on the road, that newfound knowledge is incorporated into the next release of FSD software, and it's pushed out to all Tesla vehicles. That's why no other company on the planet has the network in place nor the data to compete with Tesla. Everyone else is just trying to catch up. But they're so far behind that I predict they will never be able to do it. I mean, if you try to start from scratch following Tesla's end-to-end AI approach, you'll need to invest billions of dollars. You'll need to design and manufacture a powerful computing system disguised as a car, and you'll need to have millions of cars on the road collecting data to improve the AI. This is almost impossible to do. Even if you tried, I estimate it would take nearly a decade to accomplish such a task. Just look at Apple. They tried to compete with Tesla. They spent billions of dollars and an entire decade working on their self-driving car, a secret project known as Project Titan, and they couldn't do it. They literally gave up. And if Apple can't figure this out, no other company can. That's why the website Auto Evolution said Tesla is close to becoming a monopoly in autonomous driving. Once AI-based autonomous driving systems take off, there's no way others will catch up. Now, once other car companies realize that they can't compete with Tesla's AI, I believe they'll give up and just license their technology. And that's going to be another source of revenue for Tesla. In fact, Elon Musk recently hinted that Tesla is already in conversations with one major automaker regarding licensing full self-driving. And this is just still the beginning. There's also something Elon calls distributed inference. He said that he would intentionally overspec the robotaxis with more powerful computers than needed. He's doing this so that these computers can be better utilized when robotaxis aren't in service. By design, robotaxis will be able to run artificial intelligence not just for autonomy, but for any company that needs to lease computational power. Think about it. Every car would be able to process complex AI tasks like those needed to run ChatGPT. This is something similar to the early days of Amazon Web Services, which uses Amazon's excess server capacity to offer cloud services to other businesses. Look, when Amazon was just selling stuff online, nobody expected that its cloud service business would be a big deal. For example, one Wall Street analyst even called it more of a distraction than anything else. But today, Amazon Web Services is the most valuable part of Amazon. It generates 74% of the company's profits. In fact, today, companies like Netflix, Facebook, and even X all rely on Amazon Web Services to run their software applications. And had you bought shares of Amazon in March of 2006, when it launched that service, it would have turned $1,000 into more than $105,000. Now, I'm telling you this because I believe that other companies will rely on Tesla in the same way. But instead of the AI computing systems being located in massive data centers in the middle of nowhere, Tesla is designing a distributed computing system that will link millions of its cars in a way that looks like one powerful supercomputer. Absolutely brilliant. It's an incredibly smart way to turn underutilized assets into a massive profit-generating engine. And that's Elon Musk's long-term plan. And again, I would never bet against him. So how can you potentially profit from Elon's new AI revolution? Well, the obvious answer is buying shares of Tesla. It is a great company with a bright future. But here's the thing. Shares of Tesla were dirt cheap when I first recommended them back in 2018, before they skyrocketed by more than 1,000% at the peak. But that's not the case anymore. So while I believe the company still has good upside potential, I want to tell you about a little-known Tesla supplier because it could be more explosive than Tesla itself. Now, as you can imagine, it takes a ridiculous amount of computational power to run a software that can drive better than humans. Fully autonomous driving requires 500 trillion operations per second. That's only possible if you use a specific type of memory chip called dynamic random access memory, or DRAM. It's a high-performance memory chip that can quickly process data in real time. And every single self-driving car needs these memory chips. That's why the Motley Fool wrote, "Memory producers could be the companies that benefit the most from the grand new age of autonomous vehicles." And I found a little-known company that's supplying Elon with this type of memory chip. And I actually have the chip right here in my pocket. You see, Tesla cars have 8 cameras that operate as the eyes of the AI. These cameras are constantly sending massive amounts of data to the car's central computer, and that data needs to be processed in real time. The computer needs to be able to make millions of real-time, split-second decisions to make sure that the car drives itself safely to its destination. Teslas are only able to do that because of this memory chip that I'm holding in my hand. Without this technology, Elon's dream of dominating the self-driving space would never happen. And right now, you can invest in this technology. All you need to do is buy shares of this little-known supplier. Now, this isn't a well-known company like Nvidia. Most people have never heard of it. And if you go through Tesla's latest annual report and look for the name of this company, you won't find it. But like I mentioned before, there's a call scheduled with Wall Street analysts in late January. I predict Elon could give us a big update about this autonomous car rollout on that call. And he could very well mention the name of this company. And if that happens, shares could skyrocket to unbelievable heights. And I don't want you to miss out. Which is why I put all the details inside a special report called Elon Musk's Silent Partner: How to Profit from His New $9 trillion Revolution. And I'd like to give you access right now because we really have no time to waste here. I already showed you what happened to Tesla. It went up as high as 1,700% in the years after I recommended it. Anyone who waited missed those big gains. Same thing happened with Nvidia. It went up as high as 22,000% since I recommended it back in 2016. And anyone who waited missed those big gains. The same thing happened with Bitcoin. It went up 30,600% after I recommended it. Anyone who waited missed those big gains. So please don't make that mistake. Inside this report, I'll give you all the details on this company, including its name and ticker symbol. And I actually want to give you this report completely free of charge. All I ask in return is that you try out my monthly research service called the Near Future Report, completely risk-free. The Near Future Report is my flagship investment research service where I publish my best investment ideas every month. I call it Near Future because the future is coming much, much faster than we think. Technology is moving so fast that it's really hard for most to keep up. And I'm sure you've noticed it. By the time we hear about it from the mainstream media, it's already too late. Shares have already popped and the big money has been made. So in the pages of the Near Future Report, I focus on identifying and profiting from big trends on the verge of mass adoption before they become breaking news on mainstream media. Just like I did with Tesla, Bitcoin, and Nvidia. Now, aside from showing you early stage trends and giving you a chance to get ahead of everyone else, in the pages of the Near Future Report, I'll also help you navigate the ups and downs of the stock market. For example, on March 17, 2020, amid peak pandemic hysteria, I sent an urgent video to my readers and made a bold call. We actually have a clip of that. Let me play it for you.
First of all, and most importantly, things are absolutely going to get better. So that will be probably the best opportunity to make investments over the course of the next decade.
3 days later, the stock market began a historic bounce back. Since then, the S&P 500 has more than doubled, but some of my picks from my model portfolio jumped much higher. And if you held on past their original recommendations and sold at their peak, you could have made as much as 2,392% in Nvidia. Arista Networks as much as 769%. Palo Alto Networks 679%. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing 315%. These were all market-beating gains. And remember, you can try the Near Future Report completely risk-free. And when you do, I'll immediately send you the special report that I mentioned, Elon Musk's Silent Partner: How to Profit from His New $9 trillion Revolution. Completely free of charge. Normally, a 1-year subscription to the Near Future Report costs $499. But because this conference call is right around the corner, I'm going to give you a special discount because I don't want the price to be an issue. I really don't want you to miss out. But before I give you the details on this discount, I'd like to tell you about a couple of other opportunities that I'm excited about. You see, during that same robotaxi event in California, Elon also revealed the latest version of his humanoid robot called Optimus. Now, in case you haven't seen the videos that went viral, here's a short clip.
So, and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks, whatever you can think of, it will do.
Elon predicted that in the future, everyone will want to own one of these Tesla robots. He's even gone so far as to say that at some point in the future, there will be more humanoid robots on Earth than there are humans. and he believes it will become the biggest product ever of any kind. And according to Goldman Sachs, it could become the next must-have device, just like smartphones. So let's say these robots are sold for around $25,000 each, which is the target price. I estimate there is a market demand for at least 1 billion humanoid robots in the world. That's a $25 trillion market. The company or companies that dominate this market will be worth trillions. And that's why I'm extremely bullish on Tesla right now. They're leading the way. But aside from Tesla, I'm also recommending shares of another smaller Elon Musk supplier. This little known company is already supplying Tesla with a key piece of sensor technology. So I wouldn't be surprised if they end up supplying Optimus with those sensors as well. In fact, Morgan Stanley just recommended this stock as one of the key ways to play this robotics trend. And they are not alone. While most people are in the dark, a total of 45 hedge funds are investing in this little known stock. And I don't want you to be left out, which is why I put all the details inside another bonus report called How to Profit from Elon Musk's Robotics Revolution. This report will also be yours at no additional charge the moment that you join the Near Future Report. I also want to give you access to another report called How to Profit from the Next Nvidia. You see, today's AI chips are almost entirely made by Nvidia. It's estimated that it controls 80% of the market. It's a big reason why shares of Nvidia have skyrocketed more than 21,000% since I first recommended it. In fact, the most important and widely used AI chip in the world today is Nvidia's H100 GPU. Well, I found a company that has just developed an AI chip that's even more powerful than that. It has 50 times the computing power of the Nvidia H100 chip. Researchers at Los Alamos National Laboratory recently tested this new chip, and they were shocked. It performed 179 times faster than the world's most powerful supercomputer. Now, that's why I believe this company's chips will help power all the next big AI innovations coming in the near future. Legendary investors on Wall Street are already pouring a ridiculous amount of money into this company. Billionaire Ken Griffin, the founder of the largest hedge fund in the world, Citadel, also took a stake. This is the man who made $16 billion in profits in 2022, the biggest annual windfall in the history of hedge funds. And get this, he recently dumped more than $1.1 billion worth of Nvidia shares. Instead, he's now betting big on this company that could be the next Nvidia. A famous billionaire, Ken Fisher, has poured almost $5 billion into this company as well. Stephen Cohen, Cathie Wood, Paul Tudor Jones, George Soros, they're all investing hundreds of millions of dollars combined in this company. These are the absolute kings of Wall Street. So let's ask ourselves, why are they all betting on this company most people had never heard of? I believe they're doing it because this company truly has the potential to become the next Nvidia. Now, I put all the details, including the name and ticker symbol, in another report, How to Profit from the Next Nvidia. It's also yours the moment you take this risk-free subscription to the Near Future Report. Now, remember, the normal price for a one-year subscription is $499, but today you'll get a huge discount. You can begin your risk-free subscription for just $199. And remember, I'm not even asking for any type of long-term commitment. You can just try it out and decide later if it's right for you. I'll give you 60 days to test out the service at no risk. And if during that period you find that you're not getting the best tech investing research you've ever seen, or for any reason at all, you can simply call our customer service team and cancel your subscription. We'll give you a full refund, no questions asked, and we'll let you keep everything you received as a subscriber at no charge. That's right. You can keep all the issues. You can keep all these special reports that you've seen on your screen. You can keep everything. And this means that there's no risk to you at all for this offer. So to get started, please just simply click on the button below. You'll be taken to another page where you can review everything one last time. And look, if you're still not sure the Near Future Report is right for you, let me share a few emails I got from my readers, and maybe that will help you decide. Tim says, Jeff, I have been investing and working in the technology industry since 1985. Your insight and experience is easily the best I have ever read. I'm in my first year with you and have made good money with your recommendations. Thank you, Tim H. Ruan says, I've been a loyal subscriber for some time now and greatly admire and appreciate the work that you do to bring us readers such quality recommendations. Your newsletters are well worth their weight in gold. And Leonard says, I just wanted you all to know that this is the most trustworthy news and picks I ever came across, hands down. My portfolio is nothing now but Jeff's picks, and I'm very pleased with how they are performing. The best newsletter published, period. Keep up the great work, Leonard S. Now, you could be the next success story, so please click on that button to get started. And when you do, I'll give you access to one more bonus report called The End of Diseases, the AI company behind the genetic revolution. You see, I believe AI is about to turn the entire healthcare industry into a tech industry. We're about to see a revolution in medical devices, imaging, robotic surgery, and AI-developed drugs that I predict will treat many diseases. For example, there are more than 6,000 known genetic diseases that have no cure or therapy today, including cancer. But I believe AI will help map out our genes with incredible precision, allowing doctors to develop tailor-made solutions for every patient according to their specific genes. That's why Forbes wrote, breakthroughs in this genome field will ultimately allow billions of people to live longer and healthier lives. And the companies that make this happen will reap fortunes. Investors who understand this stand to make a fortune in the coming years. And I found a company that's leading this revolution. It just built a new AI algorithm that predicts whether a given genetic mutation will cause disease. Their AI is like ChatGPT, but instead of being trained on human language, it was trained on genome sequences. So I believe this company's AI will be able to analyze your genes and help you treat diseases even before they develop and before it's too late to cure. Again, I put all the details inside another report called The End of Diseases, the AI company behind the genetic revolution, and it will be yours the moment you click on that button and join the near future report. Please just keep in mind that all investments carry risk and past performance does not guarantee future success. And please do not invest more than you're willing to lose. Look, if you're still thinking that fully autonomous cars are just a pipe dream, I want to remind you that all of Elon Musk's ventures sounded absolutely insane at first. Those who doubted Elon missed out on the chance for incredible gains. $1,000 would have turned into more than $360,000 in Tesla, almost $2.3 million in PayPal. And accredited investors who got into SpaceX had a chance to see more than $7.7 million. Look, if you want to dismiss the demo that I just gave you and tell yourself that this is all just science fiction, that's your decision to make. But I believe you'd be making the biggest financial mistake of your life, because you'll never have another chance to get in on the ground floor of such revolutionary technology. If you miss this, I believe you'll regret it for the rest of your life. So please, click on that button to get started. Here's everything you get when you take this risk-free subscription to the Near Future Report. 12 months of my best investment ideas. Every month, you'll get a brand new issue of the Near Future Report with my top way of playing AI, blockchain, robotics, self-driving cars, and all the most exciting tech trends of our time. Bonus number 1, Elon Musk's silent partner, how to profit from his new $9 trillion revolution. And inside this report, I'll tell you about the company that's supplying Elon with this memory chip that's essential to his self-driving AI. Bonus number 2 is called How to Profit from the Next Nvidia. Inside, I'll tell you about a company that has just developed an AI chip that's 50 times more powerful than Nvidia's H100 chip. You'll also get bonus number 3, how to profit from Elon Musk's robotic revolution. Elon Musk believes this is a $25 trillion opportunity, and I found an Elon supplier that I believe will end up playing a key role in this robotics revolution. You can find out its name, its ticker symbol, and all the details inside this report. And you'll also get bonus number 4, The End of Diseases, the AI company behind the genetic revolution. Remember, this is the company that has developed an AI that maps out our genes with incredible precision, allowing doctors to develop tailor-made solutions just for you according to your specific genetic makeup. Now, I believe this is going to be a game changer and save a lot of lives. And for that reason, I believe a lot of people will get rich with this stock. Aside from all these special reports, you'll also get full 24/7 access to our members-only website. And that's where you can access all the issues, all the special reports and video updates, and our model portfolio, where you can see all the current open positions. And you'll also get full customer support from my team. Please feel free to call or email them for any help you need with your subscription. But please remember, they cannot offer personalized investment advice. Please click below to get started because, like I showed you here today, you'll want to get in before that upcoming call that Elon Musk has with Wall Street analysts. It's happening in late January. If you wait, it could be too late. Remember, this AI boom has already helped mint 500,000 new millionaires in the US. Don't you think you deserve a chance to be one of them? It's not too late for you to participate in this boom, but soon I believe it will be too late. So please, don't be left out. I believe the simple decision to act today could set you up financially for the rest of your life. And I'm sure you'll make the right decision for you and your loved ones. Just click the button below to get started, and I look forward to welcoming you to the Near Future Report. Thanks for watching.